Good morning! I'm going to stop walking so that it's not so bumpy. Lauren Fritsch here, and today I want to talk about, all the labels, and labels in a good way that apply to me and perhaps apply to you. Okay, so I'm going to walk a little bit. I like to walk. And the labels I'm talking about are HSP, Enneagram Type 7, ENFP, what's another one? I don't know, those are the ones that are on my mind at the moment. And if you've never heard of what those things are, then I will tell you. You've probably heard me talk about HSP, or as my family calls, HSP. And that is the highly sensitive person, also now highly sensitive parent. And being a highly sensitive person basically just means that you are sensitive to a lot of stimuli. So think about your senses, the 5 senses, and then more than that, light, heat, cold, things that are scratchy on your skin are very uncomfortable. You're very sensitive to smell. You're sensitive to energy dynamics and changes in a room full of people. Those are just a sound for sure. Those are just a few examples. I basically live my life so that I can minimize uncomfortable sensation. I really struggle when I'm in a place with extremes, and am very sensitive, especially to smell and to noise. So I've had to leave concerts, and I've had to basically hang my head outside the window of a cab because of whatever air freshener is inside it, and it can drive me to some extremes in order to avoid those sensations. So that's an HSP. You might possibly be an HSP in some, or maybe more than some specific ways, and I'll put a link to a quiz that you can self-administer to learn more. Another little thing that I like to use is the Enneagram. The Enneagram is a beautiful system. It's ancient, and it's one of my favorite tests to perform for clients when I'm working with someone one-on-one, because it can give so much insight into a person, their psyche, where they are on the spectrum of dysfunction to function. And the Enneagram is amazing for that. Oops, I just dropped my brochure. And the Enneagram, I'm a Type 7. Type 7s are trying to minimize pain and discomfort. So it actually jives pretty well and sort of amplifies my HSP-ness. But Type 7s are also like the Epicurean, the party person, and we have a hard time turning down pleasure. So we're all about the pursuit of pleasure, which makes sense. I've tempered that a little bit as I've gotten older so that I can be healthier. But I'm still all about the love, baby, which is one of the reasons that Enneagram 7s tend to like Aphrodite. But 7s can also degenerate into dissipation and excess pretty easily. Think illnesses like gout, that's what it is, gout, and alcoholism, addiction, things like that. But again, the thing I love about the Enneagram is that when you become a type, you see what your type is. It gives you a path and a roadmap for health so that you can pinpoint, oh, well, I'm here and I'm behaving this way, and that's closer towards integration and health and function and further away from dysfunction. It's a beautiful spiritual concept, and a lot of people write about it in a lot of different ways, so there are a lot of resources out there. And then finally, another alphabet soup is the ENFP. That's Myers-Briggs. I like the Myers-Briggs. I think that there is a whole host of information that you can gather from the Myers-Briggs about yourself and about the people you interact with on a very regular basis. And it's funny, my husband and I are actually exact opposites on the Myers-Briggs, and so that presents problems in terms of like organization or lack thereof, and time management and expectations, but it also is a nice balance. It also means that for me as an ENFP, I am literally absorbing information all the time. I am taking everything in, and that can be really exhausting and overwhelming, especially for an HSP, a sensi, a highly sensitive person. So what it does is give me greater tools and an awareness about different structures that I need in place in order to support my well-being. I mean, truly, I was explaining to someone why New York City is so hard for me sometimes with the jackhammers and all the people. It's because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it and taking it all in, and it's hard. And I need to like watch The Affair on on Showtime in order to decompress in silence and a dark room to recover, which is not far from the truth. So like I said, those were some of the alphabet soups that I used to kind of give me a roadmap, but also give me a sense of identity around that, around the things that pop up and I feel, and they give me some explanation, which is helpful in context. And I encourage you to check these things out. I'm going to put links to them in my blog post. So underneath this video, you'll see a link to the blog post, and you can find all the yummy, delicious goodies. And I'll have some resources for you to learn more about each one, because there are some really good blogs out there too about being HSP and how to deal with it. I'll probably write some of my own thoughts about that at some point, but there are people who are doing it well, and then all the others too. So enjoy, have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. All right, peace.